Hello, busy mom. How are you? You are in the kitchen with Dad, and I am your personal kitchen consultant. And you know, all this month we've been talking about getting ready for that 4th of July party. Now today, we're going to get to the important part. Delegation. Yes, delegation is very important at your party, whether you realize it or not. And we're going to start talking about that. Now, if you're like every other mom I know, you like to do everything yourself, you're hosting the party, you're running around like a nut, getting this out of the drawer, that out of the drawer, setting this up, getting that outside, doing this. You're probably been telling your kids, so-and-so, can you take that outside, get the plates, take the plates out for me and put them on the table outside. Now that's a part of delegation, whether you realize not or not that you're doing it. You're already doing it and you don't even realize it. And that was the same in my case. I was having these parties and I didn't even realize I was doing it. Oh honey, can you go buy the ice for me? Goes buys the ice. Oh, I forgot the gravy. Can you go buy some gravy? Go get me 2 cans of gravy or whatever it is. And when people would come by in and out of the house, I'd be like, oh, would you mind taking this outside for me, put it on the table? Because I was, preparing everything. And it hit me. That's when I came up with the bigger idea, because I realized I was going to start having parties with more guests now. Because the family was getting bigger. The kids all had girlfriends and boyfriends now, and you know how that goes in your family. They all bring them up. You have to invite one. You almost got to invite the girl. You got to invite the girlfriend or the boyfriend, and because they're always together. So now, what I call it. You need to have a hostess helper to help you with the delegation of the party. Yes, I said hostess helper. Now, I've done this in the past, like I said, as my party started getting bigger. And in fact, I've had more than, when I think about it, I've had more than one helper. Because, like, come the big holiday, you're making hot dogs, hamburgers for the big holiday. You got your husband on the grill outside. You've got your son taking the meat and the stuff to your husband. You got your son helping, or you got your daughter helping. Oh, can you get them the napkins, please? Just go hand them the napkins. You're already delegating half of that anyway, having them do some stuff for you. You're already acting like a leader, being a leader of the party. So, but when you know you're having a bigger party, say it's your 4th of July party, you want, I'm going to say 25 plus people. Now, do you have a best friend, a good friend, a family member, somebody that can help you clean up before the party? Because yes, you do have to clean. Can you have, maybe they can help you get some borrowed items and set up the table and chairs. I always have my husband in that, and my son who helped me with the table and chairs and get all that set up. Sometimes I do it myself. If my husband's running around for the ice for the party, I will do that myself. I will also ask one of my good friends, hey, can you help me? Can you help me get ready for this party? I'd appreciate it, and then I'll help you in return. That's the nice part. You kind of owe them. And half of the time, sometimes they tell you, no, don't even bother. But you offer to reciprocate. Now, this hostess helper. Now, when you're inside with the party, getting everything ready, you're getting your food on the buffet table or however you're going to set it up. Now, what I like to do is I like to have a buffet table in the kitchen with the food. I like to keep the food inside for the 4th of July party. So what I would do is I have my hostess helper helping me put the food, because sometimes it's not always in those big foil trays that you get from the dollar store. And then you've got the little hot sterno container for the hot foods on underneath. And you got to get your potato salad in a big container if you don't already have it. If you bought it in separate containers, you got to get that into a big foil container. You got to get ice in another container under that foil container so it stays cold. That's where I like to have somebody helping me, setting everything up from like the hamburgers, the hot dogs, the buns, the dishes. I want all that on the buffet table. I got the sternos. You've got the ice under the potato salad, the macaroni salad. That's where you're going to probably want some help. Getting all that set up. Then you want somebody to help you maybe outside. Get as many chairs out if you can. Or if you told them, bring your own chair. Because you probably do that too, like I do sometimes. Because if I'm having a lot of people, I'm sorry, I don't have a chair. Or can I borrow your chairs and have some extra chairs? I'll bring them back later. We've done that. Because I'll borrow chairs from my friend. I'll take the car, go down the block, actually go around the block and come home with the chairs. And then bring them back and right around the block. Take them. It's like, oh, I'm just going for a ride around the block. My husband knows what it means. He knows it means that I have to borrow something or something's got to be, or she borrowed something from me. Because we help each other out with our parties. So he knows what I mean by that already. He knows. Okay. So you're going to want to delegate. Because I'm going to tell you right now, and you know it, I'm sure you've been through it, that these parties are very stressful, especially when you're trying to get everything together. Now, if you're like me, and most moms, you're already thinking, oh my God, I hope I have enough food. They told me this is not for this many people, but moms worry. That's what moms do. Moms worry the kids are going to mess up the house. That's what we do. We can't help it. So that's one of our biggest worries. So we're sitting there putting the food out, make sure we got enough, making sure what we can is in the refrigerator, what we can is out, what we need. And we're watching the food levels so we know if we have to add more from the refrigerator, from the grill, or tell the grill people, hey, get working more on those hamburgers or hot dogs or whatever it is. We've got a lot going on in our head because we want the food to keep going. We don't want to run out of food. So that's how your hostess helper can help. Now, and then even later on, you want to get cake, you've got cake, you say you've got the 4th of July cake, the big sheet cake. Your hostess helper can help either cut the cake or make sure your guests have the cake or put ice cream on top of the cake for those guests that want that and the kids. They can help with that. Your hostess helper, I've had my hostess helper just greet the guests, and if the guests bring any hostess gifts or food, she will take it, bring it into me, and I will find room for it, and we'll get it out there on the buffet table. And she's thanking them for me, and then later on I will go out there when I'm not so busy, and I will thank them and let them know that I appreciate it. Now, your hostess helper can also do something very, very special for you if you have young kids. If you want to clean your house, maybe your hostess helper, if they have kids of their own, can take your kids for an hour so you can run around the house like a nut and clean it. An hour or two. And then when your hostess helper has her party, you can help her by taking her kids for an hour or two while she has to clean the house. Fair's fair. And it works out really well, especially if you're on a block where the moms all get along and your kids play together and you're comfortable borrowing stuff from people. That is the person that is most likely to be your hostess helper. The hostess helper can even help get the pot of coffee started for you. I've had help with that. I've had a lot of stuff. In fact, my sneaky tip for you is like I said a little bit earlier is getting other people to help, especially if you don't have that help, or you have the family helping a little bit, but they're not helping as much as you want. That's when I pull my little sneaky little tricks out of my bag, and I will say, "Oh, Uncle George, can you take the potato salad out for me? Would you mind? I could really use some help." Or I'll come outside and I'll say, "Oh, Aunt Ann, can you help me? Would you mind helping me for just 2 minutes?" Nobody's gonna tell you no. Nobody wants to tell you no. They're happy to help because any woman knows the stress of hosting a party. And I don't care whether it's a 4th of July party, backyard party, outdoor party, whatever it is, there's stress. Even if you're entertaining, there's stress. You want to make sure you got everything. So another woman's not going to tell you no. And then and even if it's just for a couple of things, just to hurry up and get it done in 2 minutes instead of 10, and you're done, you tell her thank you, and she's like, she's more than likely going to ask you, do you want any more help? And you're probably going to say no because you got that done. She'll say, "You're sure? Because I'm here." And she's like, "You're right, no." Now, hostess helpers can even help you with that RSVP list. They can call people and say, "Oh, I'm calling for so-and-so. She wants to know if you're coming to the party." And sometimes that works out really well because sometimes people don't want to tell you, "Hey, I can't make it to your party." They feel bad. They kind of feel better telling somebody else to relay the message. So that has worked in the past very well too. I have done that. And I remember getting flack on it. "Deb, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. It's not going to go good." And she was really surprised at how well it went. And she got people to answer the phone. They answered the phone. So she said, "I'm so-and-so's friend. I'm helping her with her party, blah, blah, blah." They picked up the phone right away. It was funny, but it really worked. So, now, what you could even take the delegation a step further. You've got your older child. And I don't know about you, but at our parties, we have a kids' table outside for the little kids. They eat at their table with their hot dogs, hamburgers, and they kid talk. So what I usually do, or what I did when my son was little, I grabbed my niece and I told her, "You're in charge of that table. You're in charge of the kid table. You're going to make sure they get their food. You can make sure they got their drinks. You can make sure they got napkins, utensils to eat with, the forks and all that. And you can even get, and I want you to even hire a hostess helper for yourself. Do you want my son to be your hostess helper, or do you want somebody else that they can help you and make sure all the kids are eating and the kids got what they need? And if they're having trouble or need a fork, you can help them." And that has worked out well in the past. Because that way you don't have to worry about the kids' table. I mean, you could still have an adult there, right, kind of there watching next to it. There's always an adult next to the kids' table somewhere. And you got the older child looking out for the little kids, and she feels responsible. Have you done that? Have you tried that, Mom? Can you incorporate that into your 4th of July backyard party? That way, they feel like they're the boss and they have an employee under them. Yes, that it works. That really works. So now that you've got the idea of a hostess helper, and you didn't even realize how much you were delegating until you think about it, and you're thinking, "Yeah, I've sent my husband to the store for party stuff. Yeah, he gets me ice. Yeah, he gets out the grill. He sets up the grill. He cooks for me. I didn't realize I was delegating." Surprise! So that is, see, you were already doing it and you didn't even realize it, Mom. See? I'm just taking it a step further. We're going to advance it up a couple of levels. So that, because we want to take the stress off of you. And now your hostess helper even make sure you eat at the party. Make sure you have time to sit down and eat. And whatever needs to be done, she takes over for the 10 minutes while you're sitting there. So if somebody says, hey, I'll get it, but do you have so-and-so potato salad, an extra potato salad in the refrigerator? Where is it? I can't find it. The hostess helper gets up and she takes care of it for 10 minutes because you need to eat too, being the hostess of the party. Right? Right. So, I want you to think about, for your 4th of July party, how are you going to delegate? Are you having food inside? Are you having food outside? Who do you want to get to help you? Do you want it to be your kids, your best friend? Is your husband already helping with the grill and all that? Who's going to help put out the furniture? I'm thinking furniture, but it's the lawn chairs and that. Who's going to put that out? Who's going to take care of that? Who's going to make sure they're dusted off and clean? So this is stuff to start thinking about, because next week we're going to start summing it up for that 4th of July party. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. We got to make sure that we've got everything, because next weekend after this, you're going to have to get all your stuff together and make sure you've got it together, because that following Sunday, not this weekend, but the following Sunday after that, is 4th of July already. Wow. Time flies when you're having fun. So, next Tuesday and next Thursday, I'm going to be talking about, we're going to get this party pulled together in those 2 days. We're going to loosen up, we're going to get all those loose strings. We're going to go back over what we've talked about a little bit. We're going to really reel it in for the big hurrah weekend. The big patriotic weekend, as I call it. Now, in the meantime, coming up July 1st, I'm closing my membership group for now. Closing letting everybody in. Nobody's going to be let in. I need to do some one-on-one consulting. I'm doing 30-minute consultations between July 1st and July 18th. And if you're in my membership group, you get that free consultation, which is a $47 value. And I've had quite a few people ask me for want consultations on pantry organization, kitchen cabinets, and even some entertaining consultations. So we're going to go through that and get all that done for you. So, if you're interested in a free consultation, get in that group now. Or if you want to get on the list to get a consultation, DM me, let me know. And I'll be happy to get you on there. All right, so next week, come Tuesday, we're going to start, like I said, we're going to really get ready to pull everything together and make it work. Hashtag replay. Let me know if you're watching on replay. Let me know if you have any questions about delegation and leadership for taking control of your party, and or if you need some sneaky ways to get some tips to get people to help. I'll be happy to help you with that. So let me know. Comment below. Let me know what you need, if you have any questions or what's going on, or DM me. Because I am your kitchen consultant and I'm here to help you. And thank you, busy mom. And get your delegation schedule ready for your party. Bye.